Yeah, 25, you want to expect that because across the final approach course there for your descent.
Alright, getting ready for our descent into Albuquerque.
At 2551, turn right, heading 190, intercept the runway 16 left, localizer.
So we're up at flight level 240.
Yeah, 2551, reduce speed up to 210, then descend and maintain 7000.
Gallop VOR. Let's see, it should be like right behind a bunch of these guys, bringing up the rear. Let's see here. I don't think they're showing up yet. I think we're close in relative terms, but we're not actually that close. But there should be 2 more planes ahead of us coming in. And we're not that far. One's maybe like 30 miles, the other one's maybe like 60 miles in front of us.
At 2551, flighting 260 now. At 2551, you can resume normal speed. The Denver airport now, 12 o'clock, 20 miles, report inside. Yeah, 2551, ready to fly that heading 260 until you're beamed the final approach course, clear visual approach, 16 left.
Alright, so we're still like 38 minutes out-ish. Probably start getting down, let's see. Because we're 200 miles away. We're not actually going to be on an arrival.
435, contact Albuquerque Center 128.12.
Oh, you know what? We actually are going to be on arrival. Do we have that arrival set up? I don't think we do.
435 negative 128.12, 2812.
Let's
Number 0 North, contact Oakland Center 119.75.
What are we going to do?
435 Albuquerque Center, roger.
So we need the...
360 Albuquerque Golf, Oakland Center, roger, lower in about 20 miles.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that up a little bit. Not as much as the autopilot's showing me. That was very lost for a second there, but we're fine. We're maybe like 3 or 4 degrees off of the heading that we wanted to be at. But that should be fine.
Yeah, 2551, contact Denver Tower 135.3.
Right. It's like totally... Wait, who's trying to join in here? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
2551 Denver Tower, wind 160 at 9er, runway 16 left, clear to land. Reserve Bob Golf, maintain fold 240.
Take a screenshot here. Cool. Okay, I need to do this really quick, and then I need to get my vertical navigation set up.
UPS 717, got a routing amendment for you guys, ready to copy.
Reroute.
UPS 717, cleared at Phoenix Airport now via direct slider at Sierra Lima India Delta Romeo. Eagle 6 arrival, maintain flight level 360.
How do I share this?
UPS 717, back correct. Reserve Rock Golf, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
Okay. Let me get my Jesse to arrival. So from Gallup, then Neptune.
We're 360 Bravo Golf, Oakland Center under, descend via the Slammer 3 arrival, runway 34 transition.
Yeah, Gallup, Neptune, Jesse.
Sacramento International, altimeter 3001.
We should be getting down here. Cool, and there's no second page here, so there's expected altitudes, but there's nothing required here. We should want to get down pretty soon. Alright, let's see here. Is he descending yet? Don't think he's descending yet. We're only at 24,000. So we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. first altitude drop we'll have to go is from 24 to 1800, so 6,000, 1,500, and that gives about 4 minutes that we need to do.
2551, Roger, you're going Bravo November, Bravo Sierra.
Okay, Ty is turning south because he got a reroute. He's now slider Eagle 6. I'm still Jesse 2.
American 435, descend to pause discretion, maintain flight level 320.
Yeah, that's some not great looking stock scenery. That's fine. Alright, so if he's continuing normal, he's turning south. I'm continuing as planned.
Yeah, at 2551, are you going to Bravo November or Bravo Sierra?
Well, let's actually figure out where I want to park.
United 2551, taxi Bravo Sierra, if you have a Golf, remain this frequency.
Oh man, Swift is all the way on the south, so we want 25 left. 25 left.
EPS 717 on a pause discretion, maintain flight level 320. American 435, connect Albuquerque Center 12, correction 135.72.
Let's see, so there's the RNAV.
American 435, Albuquerque Center, descend via Eagle 6, arrival over 926, transition, Phoenix altimeter 2987.
Cool, so I just added that.
UPS 717, connect Albuquerque Center 135.72. UPS 717, Albuquerque Center, descend via the Eagle 6, arrival, runway 26, transition, Phoenix altimeter 2987.
Right. Are my strobes on? Okay, yeah, my strobes are on. My landing lights are off. And we're just gonna totally ignore the fact that I'm cooking the engines. Nobody cares about that, right?
UPS 717, yeah, make a request for the approach sector, please.
Okay, so we're not quite at Neptune yet. We're getting there. Let's see, is he getting down yet? He's like my, he's like the guy to watch. Yeah, he is, but not by much. He's still at 32,000 feet? Yeah. Okay, here's our right turn. Wait, why are we doing a right turn? Wait, why did we just do that? Were we off course? Huh. That was strange. And some weird looking farmland. Alright, well that was a weird turn, but we're... It's weird, ForeFlight didn't show me turning, but we very obviously made a turn there. Weird. Sync that up. Really not much to see up here. Delete that. We'll take care of that later. Actually, what's the weather? Why am I assuming that I'm going to do an RNAV approach? I think the weather's just fine. Yeah, the weather's great. Sky clear, visibility 10, winds variable at 4 knots. Yeah, we're just going to do a visual. ATIS is 12757. Go ahead and give that a listen. We're not receiving yet. We'll wait for that to happen. Let's jump back into our chart here.
Denver, November 726 Papa Golf with you, flight level 450.
November 726 Papa Golf, Denver Center, roger.
Approaching waypoint.
We're about 25 out. That turn is correct towards Jesse.
November 0 Bravo Golf Connect and local approach 127.4. November 360 Bravo Golf, NorCal approach, expect visual approach, runway 85 left. Correction, 34 left, I'm sorry.
Else is at, falling behind a little bit, which is expected. See, there aren't any speed restrictions.
0, connect Albuquerque Center 135.72.
3572 401 Tango Sierra. Albuquerque Center, November 401 Tango Sierra, flight level 240.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Albuquerque Center, roger.
Woof. Alright. We are about halfway to Jesse. About to turn south. We are about 100 miles to the northeast.
American 360, Reno clearance on request, standby.
It's out there somewhere.
American 435, connect Phoenix approach 128.65.
128.65, American 435.
So he's almost at Eagle, which is about 8 minutes south of where we are, which makes sense. So he's almost at Eagle, the guy in front of him's past Eagle.
American 435, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach runway 26.
We're like, what, 20 minutes out? I'm going to request 25 left. Landed a little bit long so that we can get into Cutter, the FBO. That's a good reminder. I should check weather. We're still not receiving ATIS yet. Also, you should be standard. Wait, easy there. Wait, that's not our standard altimeter. Wait, did I just forget what standard pressure is? I did. Oh my goodness, I haven't been up past 18,000 in so long. It's 2992. Okay. I knew that.
717, connect Phoenix approach 128.65.
2865, 717.
Columbia 717, Phoenix approach, expect a visual approach, runway 25 left. November 1 Tango Sierra Cross Hummer at and maintain 12000. The Phoenix altimeter 2987.
87 Hummer at 12,000 for 401 Tango Sierra.
American 360 clearance available. This will be a full right clearance. Advisory to copy. American 360 cleared the San Francisco Airport. Zephyr 6 departure. Marlette transition. That's Mike Romeo Lima Echo Tango. Direct Lima Echo Golf Golf Sierra. Bodega 2 arrival. Climb via SID, squawk 6651.
Okay, so we need to get down to 12,000 feet. Let's make that nice and easy. And away we go.
American 360 after the legs intersection, it's the Bodega 2 arrival. American 360, read that correct. November 6 Papa Golf, connect Denver Center 125.67.
So we're 6 minutes away, so we don't need to go quite that fast. That'll work.
American 435, connect Phoenix approach 120.4. November 726 Papa Golf, Denver Center, roger. American 435, Phoenix approach, roger.
We're in the yellow, which is great because we're clear skies, no turbulence. Being in the yellow is just fine. The airplane kind of doesn't like it. It's not wanting to get down. There you go.
Southwest 1558, Albuquerque Center, descend via the Hydro 1 arrival, runway 26 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2987. November 0 Bravo Golf, descend to maintain 2000.
Whoa.
435, thanks. Descend via the arrival clear visual approach runway 26.
Cool. Here's our right turn to D-back, and then Homer. We're at 18.5. Got about 3 minutes to go. 6,000 to lose. It's actually pretty bang on.
UPS 717, connect Phoenix approach 120.4.
So there's a little speed boost here. These are X-plane binoculars.
UPS 717, Phoenix approach, roger. American 435, connect tower 18.7.
Those guys are just heading in. Actually, one of those guys is on final. The other one's not too far off.
American 435, Phoenix Tower, wind variable at 4, runway 26, clear to land.
We will keep the speed up.
November 0, Bravo Golf, turn left heading 080. UPS 717, descend via the arrival cleared visual approach, runway 25 left.
1600 Zulu weather. Wind light
Hey,
and
look,
variable.
it's the ATIS.
November 1, Tango Sierra, connect Phoenix approach 128.65.
2865 4012 is long.
Altimeter 3009. Arriving runways 08.
November 0, Bravo Golf, turn left heading 020.
07 right. Departing runways 08. 07 left.
Phoenix approach, Epic 401 Tango Sierra, 14,800 for 12,000.
November 401, Tango Sierra, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach, runway 25 left.
Expect the visual 25 left, and we have the current weather.
Roger. November 0, Bravo Golf, the Sacramento Airport, 10 o'clock, 10 miles.
Cool.
November 0, Bravo Golf, cleared visual approach, runway 34 left.
Here. Alright, coming down. Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit on here. There's our southbound turn.
Boeing 0, Bravo Golf, connect Capital Tower 125.7. November 6, Bravo Golf, descend and pass discretion, maintain flight level 270.
Well, we busted our altitude, which is a bummer. Missed it by about 30 seconds. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and kick on the lights here. Everything else
November
is
360,
the
Bravo
same.
Golf, Capital Tower, runway
Gotta
34
put the
left, clear
igniter
to land,
on.
wind
A
320
little early
at
for
8.
that, but that's fine. Leveling out here. Let's increase the power. Cool, here comes our left-hand turn south. And we're making that turn.
UPS 717, connect tower 120.9.
Let's see, do we have the airport yet? Should be. think something's wrong here. Let's...
American 435, tagged around via Charlie, remain this frequency. UPS 717, Phoenix Tower, wind variable at 4, running 25 left, clear the line.
Eagle, 1 second. Eagle, D-back, Homer, Bunter. And then just Phoenix. After Bunter, fly heading 225.
Remember 6 Papa Golf, start your descent.
And we'll expect vectors to the final approach course. Okay.
6 Papa Golf, start your descent. Remember 1 Tango Sierra to maintain 6,000.
6,000.
200.
6,200 for 401 Tango Sierra. We're really just gonna thwack it down here. Oh, that was not 200 on the speed, that was a heading instruction. Although we are about to get under 10,000, so 250 speed limit applies. 3003 is our altimeter. Great. Checking out Ty's approach here.
Remember 1 Tango Sierra, Canet Phoenix approach 120.4.
120.4, 401 Tango Sierra, Salt. Phoenix approach November 401 Tango Sierra 9.6 for 6,000.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra, Phoenix approach to Center maintain 5,000.
5,000 401 Tango Sierra.
Remember 6 Papa Golf, contact Denver Center 134.5.
Alright, I'm having trouble losing speed here.
That's 134.5, 34.5.
Do that. Do I have the airport yet? Like, pretty close.
Remember 0 Bravo Golf, Roger, wave. Remember 0 Bravo Golf, Roger, turn right on Alpha, and then Golf 1 to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Is it over there? No,
Remember
it should
726
be
Papa
much
Golf, Denver
closer.
Center, descend to maintain 17,000. And the Aspen altimeter 3017.
Oh, there you are. Cool. Phoenix approach November 401 Tango Sierra has the field in sight.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra, Roger.
What's my tower frequency going to be?
Southwest 1558, connect Phoenix approach 128.65.
Just gotta watch this landing. Nicely done.
Approaching altitude.
UPS 717.
Cool.
UPS 717, yeah, parking south cargo. UPS 717, turn left on Hot Delta 3, Hot Delta to the ramp, remain this frequency. RG2.
Alright, I was doing 25 left, so that's 120.9. And that's 5,000. Still got the field right there.
Southwest 1558, Phoenix approach, expect a visual approach running 25 left.
Looks like there's someone behind me, is that correct?
Fuel tank switched.
Okay, yeah, there are a couple guys actually to the west going to be coming inbound for 25 left. Alright, we should hear a call pretty quickly.
November 1 Tango Sierra, turn right heading 230 to join final grid visual approach running 25 left.
230 to join the final, cleared on the visual, 25 left, 401 Tango Sierra. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There you go. And we're gonna go ahead and kill the autopilot, kill the flight director.
Autopilot disconnect.
Oh, yaw damper was never even on. That's how we like it. We are far from trimmed out. That's fine. We'll get there when we get there. That feels better. Gonna start and see Phoenix coming up here on the right side of the windshield. And
November 1 Tango Sierra, connect tower 120, point enter.
Go to Tower 401 Tango Sierra. Phoenix Tower, November 401 Tango Sierra. Visual 25 left.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Phoenix Tower running 25 left, clear to land, wind variable at 4.
25 left, clear to land, 401 Tango Sierra. I think I'm a little off to the left here. No, I'm pretty good. Yeah, we're off to the left. Not by much. Alright. Really having trouble losing speed here. I am full idle all the way down here. I mean, we're also lower than we need to be too, so there's that. Man, this feels really twitchy though. Like, just little tiny inputs are generating a lot of movement. Alright, almost there.
Approaching waypoint.
We're gonna head and
Gear down.
drop our gear.
500.
Check our lights. Do the old, what we're doing in modified gumps here. And adding in first notch flaps. And adding in our full flaps.
500.
Citation 6 Papa Golf, connect Aspen approach 123.8.
Little low.
Spokane, clearance delivery, Argentina 1301 with information Tango, request clearance IFR to Seattle.
Argentina 1301, Spokane clearance on request, standby.
200.
Standby, Argentina 101.
Man, we're gonna do idle all the way down, I think. That's kind of insane.
Remember 726 Papa
we're
Golf,
gonna have a
Aspen
little
approach,
bit of power at the end,
localizer,
aren't we?
TMP
Yep.
Echo approach.
Just a little.
50. 40. 30.
That's pretty
We're
impressive
gonna
though.
go
We're almost at a
Project
power
Signal,
off
Project
all the way
Signal.
down.
10.
360, radar 21.6 right, taxi V Alpha.
16 right to the Alpha, American 360.
Boom. Well, I'm just gonna let us roll a little bit longer. Yeah, that guy's still on it, essentially like an extended downwind, so we're not in the way.
Argentina 1301, clear to the Seattle airport, Spokane 3 departure, vectors to Temple, Glacier 1 arrival. Maintain 2000, Departure frequency 123.75, squawk 6045.
Argentina 1301 is cleared to the Seattle International Airport via the Spoken 3 departure back purchase temple.
Alright, where are we off
Blaster
here?
1 departure, climb to 12000 and squawk 6045 and repeat the departure
On,
frequency for
Hotel 4.
1301.
Argentina 1301, departure frequency 123.75.
Departure 123.75, 1301.
Argentina 1301, read correct.
Phoenix Tower 401 Tango Sierra is clear on Hotel 4 going into Swift.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra, taxi around via hotel, remain this frequency.
Hotel with you 401 Tango Sierra, thanks. Oh, Nick, did you catch the landing, or did you literally just tune in? You might have missed our landing. Such a bummer. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was trying to look into the 3600 or the A6300 a little bit for you. I didn't really see a lot of like good fixes. There was like a lot of kind of hacky stuff. Are we coming in here? We are coming
Station
in
6
here.
Papa Golf, turn left heading 330.
Get my landing line off. Strobe still stays on according to the SOP. All the planes killing the frame rate just a little bit. Alright, so this is Cutter. So we're actually not going to Swift. I lied. We're going into Cutter here. And here we go, on the ground, Phoenix. Alright, well now I feel like we should go somewhere else, because it's way early, it's only 10 o'clock. Nick, where should we go? I want really good suggestions. 757 Spy, thank you very much for the host. Alright, let's think about places we could go here. We're at Phoenix, we could hop on over to
turn left heading 310
Albuquerque,
now.
no problem. We could go out west to California. Let's go out west to California. I haven't done anything in SoCal in a long time. Actually, let's go into San Diego. I could do some KSAN. Alright, so we will stay powered up because we got plenty of fuel and we're going to make this flight planning real quick here. So we are on the ground at Phoenix going to KSAN. Let's find a nice route here. Cool, I'll take that. We'll do the Judith 6 departure to Mohawk. We'll take Juliet 2 to Hogs, and then the Lucky 1
Remember 6
arrival.
Golf, are we going to start the turn?
And that's, we'll do that at, depart 25 left. And what altitude do we want to do that at? 24,000 felt pretty good.
Remember 6 Golf, you're on the east side now, flying 360, please, heading 360, this is about maintain 14,000.
I'll hold radio calls at once. Yeah, no, we haven't. I haven't done sand in a while, and sand's really fun. I love the little parking garage approach here. Okay, cool. So we'll do that. So we'll do Phoenix to San Diego. Let me swap into our basic overlay here, and we can get the PilotEdge window up for all to see.
Southwest 1558, connect Phoenix approach 120.4.
IFR, November 401. Tango, jeez, terrible with the Seaport today. We are in Epic Slant Golf. Gonna be doing, well, I guess we're gonna be doing, well, we're gonna have a pretty stiff headwind, but we're still gonna be doing like 290 true, leaving Phoenix, arriving KSAN, cruising altitude 22,000, alternate. Well, if we can't make it in there for any reason, let's go into Brown
verify
Field.
the arrival here. It looks like you're 2 miles south of it.
That's always fun. So that's Kilo Sierra Delta Mike. Our route. Judith 6. Mohawk. Hogs.
Okay, Southwest 1558. What's your next waypoint?
Lucky 1. Cool. That looks good.
Okay, Southwest 1558, fly your present heading to set and maintain 3000.
Oh, explain what's going on. There you go.
River 6,
I almost died on me
direct
there.
rain table.
Okay, so let's delete flight plan.
River 6, Papa Golf, verify you're at 14,000.
Okay, so let's go back
River 6, Papa Golf, are you at 14,000 or
the
if you're not,
regular
say
old.
altitude?
There we go. We'll let him sort whatever's going on there, and while he's doing that,
Okay, roger.
we'll get ready to call him up.
Arena Tower, American 360, 16 right, ready for pitch.
So
American 360, Reno Tower, 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff, American 360.
And that goes active. Okay, we're in Epic, and we're in November 401 Tango Sierra, and we're looking for IFR to San Diego. Phoenix clearance November 401 Tango Sierra, clearance IFR San Diego.
River 401, Tango Sierra, Phoenix clears on request about Southwest 1558, turn off heading 340.
He's definitely busy today. But we'll just get on out of here. It'll be a quick little hour hop and we'll call it a night.
River 6, Papa Golf, cross red table, outer above 13,700, declared RNAV and Foxtrot approach.
Ooh, I think the GH4 will be a better choice for your friend. I think that's a better streaming camera. I think it has better heat management. The Sonys have always had difficulties with that, from what I understand. So I think that's a pretty good choice. And there's also a lot of like really good documentation for the GH4. I feel like it's a little bit more. It has a little bit of a bigger community than the Sony stuff.
Southwest 1558, turn off heading 290 to join
I
final
mean,
clear.
generally speaking, like the GH4 is really pretty bulletproof. And like when you add something like a speed booster in, the visuals are also really nice. I don't really, the Micro Four Thirds sensor, a lot of people, you know, don't really like, but I mean, you and I both rock the Micro, and we love that camera, and it's got a very similar size and similar color science in some ways. But generally speaking, Panasonic, the company, I'm a bigger fan than Sony. I mean, I love my A7 for sure, but for cinema stuff, I don't know, Panasonic I feel like has a... I like their approach. I like the way they do things a little bit better. I'm also totally biased because I've actually met a lot of the engineering team at Panasonic and their sales folks.
American 360, clear Southwest 5575 IFR to Los Angeles.
Our departure, 360.
Southwest 5575, Phoenix clears on request, standby.
I've got another guy coming out of Phoenix. Oh, I didn't get my flaps up. For shame.
American 360, normal departure, radar contact. Southwest 1558, tower 120, point enter.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think the thing about the Micro is it's a real pain in the butt unless you have it configured really nicely. Like, unless your rig or whatever is dialed in 100%, it is a huge pain in the butt to sort of like assemble and whip out and get ready. compared to something like the Sony where you can just get it up and shoot no matter what. But I mean, the solution for that is just, with the micro, you just sort of leave it rigged all the time. But yeah, I feel like I've gotten the micro in a place where I really love to use it, and it's pretty easy to use, but it's taken so much work to get there. Because basically, like, the buttons suck, so you have to get an add-on, and there's no screen, so you have to have your own screen. The battery solution is convenient, but pretty low-powered, so I've got, you know, a gold mount system built in there. So, like, you know, at a certain point, like, the camera ends up being not, like, there are more parts that go into a full system.
Disregard.
So, it can be a pain in the butt. I think we're going to get our clearance. Hopefully.
Phoenix Tower Southwest 1558 on a 5-mile final, runway 25 left.
Dallas 1558, Phoenix Tower on a 25 left.
Well, if we're not, I'm going to go watch this guy land.
Land, Southwest 1558.
Hopefully my computer won't completely die here. I don't know why this scenery in particular is making it angry. It's probably just all the planes and all the cars and all the stuff. So I think there's someone coming in on 25 left. I don't see him yet, but he just got clearance. There he is, right there. So while we're waiting for clearance, we'll just do a little bit of sightseeing. Some virtual plane spotting. Man, all of my screens are up right now.
Smoking ground,
got like
Argentina
Rush
1301 with Tango ready to taxi.
on one of them. But man, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm excited to watch this guy come in, but I'm gonna get a move on.
Argentina 1301, Spokane ground on a 21 taxi V Alpha. American 360,
Taxi runway
Delta Center 132.2.
1301.
I gotta figure out, I think it's maybe an X-Enviro bug where you get like transparent textures here for some of the other aircraft. It like fixes itself as you get closer to them. But generally speaking, the HD CSLs are really nice. You get flaps, you get lights, you get gear, and all that jazz. And I think you get liveries as well. Because this looks like a Southwest plane. Man, that flare though. Oh, you get a little wing flex.
Remember 6
Finding center line. Center line found. Lovely. Oh, and you get speed brakes and thrust reversers. I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at the HD CSLs, but they're quite
November
nice.
6 Papa Golf did not find the approach correctly. So do you have the Aspen Airport inside 1 o'clock in Niner Miles?
Oh man, he just stopped on the runway too. That was, it was a really short roll. I have a feeling he was perhaps a little slow.
Okay, November 6 Papa Golf, cleared visual approach. Cleared visual approach runway 15, connect tower 18.85.
Anything else going on at the airport? It's pretty quiet. We just had a few people in, including myself.
Southwest 1558, turn right on Golf 4, and then cross runway 25 right at Foxtrot 6.
Right on Gulf 4, cross runway 25 right at Gulf 6, Southwest 1558.
I'll just watch him taxi.
Aspen Tower, November 726.
Hopefully we'll get our clearance soon.
Visual, runway 15.
Getting a little
November
bored.
726 for Golf, Aspen Tower, wind 160 at 6, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land 15 for 6 Papa Golf.
Southwest 5575.
Phoenix clearance, November 1399. I have a VFR clearance request when you have a moment.
Good for Southwest 5575.
Southwest 5575, clear to Los Angeles Airport, days 06 departure, messy transition, then asphalt. Climb via SID, squawk 7050.
Alright, cleared to Los Angeles is this departure messy transition, then asphalt, climb via the SID 7050, Southwest 5575.
Southwest 5575, right back correct. Southwest 1558, kind of ground 132.55.
Alright.
325 on Southwest
I'm gonna
58.
turn my transponder off. That'd probably be appreciated. Alright, just waiting on our clearance. We'll give him a call in a minute. Pretty sure he hasn't forgotten us, but you never know. There's our buddy in the southwest. Yo yo!
Good evening, Phoenix clearance, November 1399 are the VFR clearance request when you're ready.
November 1399
Just
Phoenix
waiting on a clearance so I can get out to San Diego. Do a quick little hop. He got kind of swamped as soon as we came in. There's a lot going on, so we'll see when that happens.
1558 said Echo 6 and Echo taxi to Delta 8.
Southwest 1558 Phoenix ground taxi to ramp via Delta.
Taxi via Delta, Southwest 1558.
I'll give him a call. Phoenix clearance 401 Tango Sierra, just checking to make sure I didn't miss a call.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra negative, clear on request number.
Still waiting. It's probably not a good sign. Probably got a full reroute. I don't see why we would. Usually that happens when I screw things up flying a smaller plane. But with the turboprop, we can get very high and very fast. So usually it's pretty easy to do the route planning. We'll see what happens. But hopefully it happens soon. Much as I just like hanging out here at the airport. So yeah, I guess I don't... So there's ortho around the field. And yeah, I guess that's it. I don't think I have
401 Tango Sierra clearance available. This will be a full route clearance advisor to copy.
1 Tango Sierra ready to copy.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra clear to the San Diego Airport. Judith 6 departure. Mohawk, correction, is going to be expect radar vectors. Judith 6 departure. Mohawk transition. J2 Mission Bay direct. Climb via SID except maintain 5000 and squawk 4550.
Okay, clear to San Diego. Vectors Judith 6, Mohawk transition, Juliet 2, Mission Bay, direct. Initial altitude is 5000, 4550 in the box for 401 Tango Sierra. I think I got that.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra, just to verify, I heard there correctly, climb via SID except maintain 5000.
Climb via SID except maintain 5000 for 401 Tango Sierra.
Remember 1 Tango Sierra, read that correct.
Forgot the climb via the SID. Okay, so initial altitude 5000, already in the box. Wonderful.
Spokane Tower.
Code here is going to be
455.
Argentina 1301, Spokane Tower runway 21, clear for takeoff.
That's reflected on my
Therefore,
panel.
takeoff 21, Argentina
Great.
1301.
Remember 6 Papa Golf, next around via Alpha, remain this frequency.
Parking via Alpha and will remain this frequency for 6 Papa.
Remember 1399er.
11975 is our ground. Actually, I think we're...
Copy fuse clearance,
I think that's right.
On the ground, General Aviation South ramp in a beach. 1900
Okay.
slant golf with info echo.
So,
looking for
before
VFR
we
clearance to Sedona Airport
get our taxi
with a
clearance
cruise
here,
altitude of 11,500.
let's go ahead and program everything in. So, insert departure. Going to be 25 left. I'm going to be doing
Remember 3999, Roger, clear Sonic was
Judith 6. Go to Mohawk. After Mohawk, we're going to insert the Juliet 2 airway, direct to Mission Bay, which is MZB. Where are you? Did I miss it? Oh, there you are. Great. And from Mission Bay, direct to KSAN. Cool. So he took off my arrival, which is just fine. So Juliet 2, MZB direct. Cool. That's programmed in there. That's programmed in here. We've got our initial altitude of 5,000. We've got the right code in the box. We're going to go ahead and turn that on. And we are ready to rock and roll. Phoenix Ground, November 401, Tango Sierra at the FBO, ready for taxi with the weather. See if I got the right.
Tango Sierra, Phoenix Ground, only 25 left, at Hotel 7, intersection departure, taxi via hotel.
25 left, Hotel 7 departure via Hotel 401, Tango Sierra.
Argentina 1301, connect Spokane departure.
Departure 1301.
Alright. Ready to rock and roll.
Argentina 1301, Spokane departure, radar contact, proceed direct,
Clear left, clear right. So I don't have my
November 399er
throttle set up correctly for beta, so
November 1399er.
we're just going to do the old Southwest taxi all the way down.
Space on departure flighting, correction fly runway heading, maintain VFR at or below 4,500. Departure frequency 120.7, squawk 4762.
And he said we're doing Hotel 7.
Copy, depart runway heading altitude, remain VFR altitude no higher than 4,500. Departure frequency 120.7, squawk 4762, 1399.
Oh, so we're actually all the way down here on the left. Cool, past all of these wonderful National Guard planes. Yeah, it's just a casual 30-knot taxi. Totally realistic. 100%. Yeah, so this is PilotEdge. So all the controllers are paid and work regular shifts, and
Phoenix Ground,
basically fly. They basically work all their airspace pretty directly to the book. Some nights when it's more crowded, you'll have a larger pool of controllers on staff. Other nights you might just be talking to one or two different people. But the quality of service is excellent.
Southwest 55,
and it's a lot of fun to fly.
Phoenix Ground only 25 right, taxi via Echo.
Okay, so before
right via Echo,
we're monitoring tower, but before I give them a call because they're not busy, I'm just going to make sure I've got my departure
401 Tango
plate.
Sierra, Phoenix Tower, wind 090 at 6, fly runway heading runway 25 left, Hotel 7, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 25 left at Hotel 7, 401 Tango Sierra. Clear right, clear left.
Argentina 1301, connect Seattle Center 132.6.
Strobes are already on per spec. Thank you very much. Cool. Make sure that's all good, and away we go. Just a 4-knot crosswind from the right, no big deal.
Argentina 1301, Seattle departure, correction, Seattle Center, climb maintain flight level 180.
And rotate. Engine's a little bit mad at me, that's fair. As the brake gear comes up.
Phoenix Tower, Southwest 5575 is coming up on 25 right.
Southwest 5575, Phoenix Tower, wind 090 at 6, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
25 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 5575.
Gauge your autopilot here.
November 401, Tango Sierra, connect, correction, turn off heading 220, connect departure.
220 and departure 401 Tango Sierra.
Phoenix Ground, Beach 1399er, south ramp, current with Echo, ready to taxi.
25 left, 25 right, 25 right, clear for takeoff. 220 and departure 401 Tango Sierra. 220 and departure 401 Tango Sierra.
401 Tango Sierra.
220 and departure 401 Tango Sierra.
Remember 1399 Phoenix runway 25 left, Hotel 7 intersection departure taxi via hotel.
25 left at Hotel 7 intersection via Hotel 1399.
Fuel tank switched.
Should be 120.7. Phoenix departure November 401 Tango Sierra 3.3 for 5,000.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb and maintain for level 210.
Up to 210 401 Tango Sierra. Couple little bumps on the way out. No big deal. So yeah, we can actually just maintain 2,000 feet per minute up to 21,000 feet. And he just got us on this vector here, so what will probably happen is we'll get direct to Gila Bend, which is that guy right there on the departure. So we'll just prepare for that, now that there's that much prep that has to happen. Something to be aware of. And then we'll look at all of this ugly default scenery.
Approaching waypoint.
I really gotta coordinate with folks ahead of time so I know what's going on so I can actually prep. I thought I had ortho down here, but maybe not. Alright, engines are looking good. You know what I didn't do? I never had my prop full. That's bad. I should have. I had that set all the way from our arrival. Yikes. I really should have picked up on that. I just checked to make sure everything was in the green. But in the green doesn't necessarily mean correct. So, lesson learned. This is the first time I've flown the E1000 though for a while. See you, Kat. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving and all that jazz. And yeah, we'll grab a beer soon. I'll message you this weekend. Alright, so we're still on our 220 heading, knowing that we're probably going to go to the Gila Bay VOR. Still accelerating a little bit here, so we can go ahead and crank this up to 2,500. Engine's still a little bit mad at us, so let's go ahead and decrease our power setting a little bit. Call it a day. Cool, so we are exactly 1 hour away, so we'll get up to cruise really, really fast. We'll hit the gas, and it'll probably be like a 50-minute flight until approach. Oh, good going with your props. Oh. Yeah, that's a rookie mistake. I still haven't gotten all my throttles configured yet. Not all my throttles, my single throttle. I did end up picking up a GoFlight TPM, so I'm waiting on that. So I uninstalled my SciTech, so I just have my little dinky throttle here. And I'm actually, I'll have to take a picture of this, but I'm actually using the Stream Deck. I mapped a lot of key shortcuts for X-Plane and put them in some subfolders. And so I actually have a bunch of engine controls and stuff like that mapped to buttons on the Stream Deck, and it's awesome. It's really, really, really cool. It's definitely like a different experience than using something that's designed to sort of mimic.
Direct Gila Bend to resume the Judith 6 departure.
Direct Gila Bend and resume the Judith 6 for 401 Tango Sierra. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. Direct that, make sure GPS is there, and we're going to set nav, and we're going to make a slight turn to the left, and we will resume the departure. But yeah, so the Stream Deck's awesome. So the way that I have the Stream Deck laid out right now is I've got, so it's a 5x3 matrix with LCD panels underneath. And so on the top row, I've got stream controls for OBS. In the middle, I have some sort of utility button, so I can mute, like a mute button in case I have to cough. I've got like a couple like tweet macros set up, some like viewer count things that don't actually work right now, I think. Let me check. Yeah, no, they definitely don't work. And in the bottom I have a bunch of X-Plane commands. It's like really basic ones. So I have a system subfolder, I have an engine subfolder, I have a shortcut for the gear, and I have a shortcut for parking brake and pause. And then within the system submenu, so that's mostly like electrical stuff. So it's lights, gear, flaps, cowl flaps, icing systems, and like your basic battery, alternator, avionics stuff. And then in the engine panel, I've got like different mag settings. So right now it's really configured for the Bonanza. So I've got my different mag settings, my fuel pump, I've got mixture shortcuts for like full rich and cutoff, and also some like increase and decrease buttons. And I have the same sort of stuff for the prop, including reverse thrust and beta mode. And then what else? That's really it. I just have like one main page with 2 different subfolders, and it's amazing. It's really, really great. Right, so we're above the clouds. We're losing a little bit of speed, and we don't really have to. So let's go ahead and turn this to 1,500 feet per minute. We'll gain a little bit more speed, and actually at this point we can take our props down too. That feels pretty good. Cool, and we will just continue on the way up. Yeah, so the GH5 is a really compelling camera neck. I haven't actually gotten to play around with it at all, but I'm setting up a demo with the Panasonic reps up in Boston sometime, hopefully before the end of the year, with the EVA-1. And I'd like them to have the GH5 also on tap with like a PL adapter or something. Because I love small form factor cameras. I love the big cameras too, but something really special about being able to, you can just do so much with the tiny little cameras these days. It's really amazing. Yeah, and it's got the little flippy outy screen, which everyone loves. Everyone loves the flippy outy screen, including me. Man, this plane is great. 1,500 feet per minute, above 19,000 feet. Oh, we should do something I'm not used to. That's another thing I screwed up during the last flight. I definitely didn't set standard altimeter until like the very end, right before our top descent. You know, like a real professional.
135.15. Remember 399, turn right heading 340, connect departure.
I don't know if we got our final cruise altitude.
Southwest 5575, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Approaching altitude.
Remember 1 Tango Sierra, connect Albuquerque Center.
I don't think we did.
125.4.
2540 for 401 Tango Sierra. Albuquerque Center, November 401 Tango Sierra, 200 for 210.
Remember 401 Tango Sierra, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Up to 220 for 401 Tango Sierra. There we go. Question answered. Oh, now we're leveling off. There we go. Didn't quite catch it in time.
Approaching altitude.
Yeah, so the GH5, I don't know if it uses the same, man, that thing was named weird, the YAGH4 adapter.
Remember 13,
but yeah,
contact.
It supports XLR and all that good stuff. You can power it externally. I mean, it really is designed to be a production camera. I mean, in the sense of like, in the context, I guess, of being a hybrid sort of small form factor camera. But yeah, it's got a lot of bells and whistles.
Remember 13,
I think the
Phoenix Bravo airspace in 1 mile.
So when I was talking during
navigation, remain clear of Bravo.
I got to play with some pre-production EVA-1 cameras, and when I was talking with the reps, they actually had a really nice way of explaining Panasonic's sort of strategy right now. Because like unlike Canon or Sony, they don't actually make like a million different cameras. They only actually make a few, really. So basically, like you have your compacts, your non-interchangeable lens stuff. Then you jump up to a GH4, a GH5 now, and then after the GH5, you jump all the way up to an EVA1, and then from there you go to the Panasonic VariCam LT, and then you go up to the full-size VariCam, and like that's it. You know, it's not like Canon where you've got 50 different cameras, it feels like. So because of that, I feel like they're able to keep their feature sets pretty high on each camera because they're not trying to sort of protect the different price points above and below it. And that's one of the things you see with someone like Canon or even like Nikon in the stills world. You see them sort of artificially handicap a certain camera to keep it competitive.
Frequency 126.45.
12645 40160. Center 401 Tango Sierra.
401 Tango Sierra, Roger.
And anyways, so I really like the way that they do things. Seems like they do it in a way that makes sense and is pretty consumer friendly, which is cool. And yeah, their UX is pretty good too. Their engineers are super dope. They definitely don't make things as confusing as Sony.
November 399 stop on the frequency 120.7.
But it's weird. I don't know. I think when you talk to a lot of people, like maybe they don't have like the marketing power of a Canon or a Sony, and so like I feel like a lot of younger people maybe don't know about Panasonic so much because of that. You know, they know like the quote unquote big players like Red and RE and all that jazz. But Panasonic VariCam and like that whole lineup is really highly sought after on a lot of productions.
So now you have left it again.
It's a really good look.
Alright,
so we've got a little bit of cloud action up here, a little bit of bumps. Nothing crazy. The headwind isn't terrible. I mean, we're pretty head on. It's about 40 knots. But we're still doing 275 over the ground, which is respectable. And so we are looking at 49 minutes until San Diego, which is a really nice amount of time. Not too long. Push up the engine just a little bit, because I don't care about fuel economy. This is definitely not an FSE run. Alright. Not make it angry here.
American 360, 10 Via de Bodega, 2 arrivals, San Francisco altimeter 3001.
Okay. It's not angry. I shall take it. Is there a landing light still on?
American 360, 10 Via de Bodega, 2 arrivals, San Francisco altimeter 3001.
I need to get printed checklists for the 1000 if I'm going to start flying it more often. Man, our view is really going to suck if we're just in the clouds the whole time. We could bump up to 240 or go down to 220. Either way. We'll just ride it like this for a little while. We'll see. It should clear up, I think. Because all the airports out to the west are reporting clear below 12,000. What are you reporting? You're reporting sky clear. You're reporting sky clear. Yeah, so I think the sky's going to clear out a little bit. It's funny, you're in the clouds, but you still got these really nice hard shadows. Video game engines are still not perfect. At the same time, if they tried to render out super nice soft shadows in cloudy weather, they would just nuke everyone's GPU, so maybe that's for the best. Let's see who else is online right now. So, you got that guy who's flying VFR, I think, out of Phoenix. You got this guy in a 737 going to Los Angeles. And you got little old us going to San Diego. That guy just did a big U-turn. He's in a 182. It's a Skyline, I believe. There's another guy in a CU and a Cessna. And another guy in a Cessna. Bunch of Cessnas in SoCal. Not really anyone in San Diego, but that's fine. That's alright. Nick, how's your live TV network launch going? Has your company seen the error of their ways yet, or are they still full steam ahead on this thing? I wonder if this is going to be like the one project that actually like surprises you, and it turns out that they actually like put a lot of effort and thought and money behind it. Yeah, did you have like your big official meeting yet? How did that go? I'm kind of curious. I love the idea. I mean, I definitely don't think it's a good fit for that particular company, but the idea of just starting sort of like a daily broadcast is pretty cool. If you had the what you needed to actually execute it properly, I guess is the caveat. Do like a little GoPro view here or something. Oh yeah, tiny studios are always useful. Yeah, I think that's a good compromise. And if they do want to throw some money at it, there are. I think Wowza actually makes some hardware. Or no, who makes it? Maybe the TriCaster company makes it? I can't remember, but there is a hardware manufacturer that actually makes like a box that is like dedicated towards making Skype interviews like broadcast-ish in terms of like consistency and quality level, which is interesting. It's like a little 1U server or something just for interfacing Skype calls into broadcast land. It's expensive as frig. I think it's like a $3,000 box. But apparently it does a good job. Otherwise people wouldn't buy it, right? I think. I don't know. Broadcast world's weird. You pay a lot of money for really dependable, bulletproof stuff when, you know, a laptop would probably work just fine. But in the 5% of edge cases where it wouldn't, it's good to have the real deal expensive stuff. Oh man, I've got Aerosim Gaming, I've got Rush's stream on my other monitor. And I don't know if he's fired up the engine yet, because he started a while ago, but he's doing some testing with the Citabria. Little Citabria that's got a lot of wear on the engine. That was fun watching. I think he was on last night, or the night before. Watching him go through that was pretty entertaining. The engine seems kind of hoopa-jooped.
Connect Seattle Center 126.6.
Such is life.
American 360, connect normal approach 135.1.
Alright, everything going swimmingly up here? For the most part? Seems like it.
Virginia 1301, Seattle Center, roger.
Squeeze a little bit more performance out of the engines here and just decreasing the prop a bit. Really just want to hit 300 over the ground even with this headwind. I think we can do it. We're only getting 33 knots now across the nose. Nope, 299, and are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? 300, boom. 300 knots over the ground, single engine turboprop. Gotta love it.
American 360, normal approach, expect visual approach, runway 28 left.
You simply must love it. There is no other way. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, even though you're scaling down the idea, it's fun to work on something a little bit new. There's, I was gonna say there's not a whole lot going on at work, but that's always a lie. There's always a ton of stuff going on at work. but been busting through some like personal projects while I've been home, which is really fun. So I did like some networking stuff, and then I've been working on my cart, which is really exciting. I think unless you work in production, I don't think most people understand the joys of just like a perfectly configured cart. And like literally just like a utility cart, but like a really good utility cart designed for production. So I got all my boards done. So my top and bottom surfaces are complete. So it's 3/4 inch plywood, which is honestly overkill. They're really freaking heavy, but oh well. So they're 3/4 inch plywood with some black speaker carpet, like really heavy duty industrial carpet over the top. And then I've got aluminum angle on all 4 sides of both of them. That's screwed down with these really nice self-tapping screws that have like washer heads built in. Got those running every 2 inches. And it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous surface to work on. And it's got the carpet on it, so it's not too, stuff isn't going to roll off it too much. I'm trying to pull up a picture here. Grab a link from Instagram. It's just a very simple thing, but it makes me very, very happy. So I did that. I got parts for the vertical supports, so I'm using 1 inch conduit, so just like some thin wall steel pipe, and then the receivers are on order. And what other parts are there? Oh yeah, I found a great eBay seller. I found a guy that bought a set of 10-inch faux pneumatic casters.
LA Center 128.6.
28.6 401 Tango Sierra. And so he basically has these really nice beefy casters. Shit, is it? It's not LA Center. Is it LA Center? I totally forgot. What's my sinus? Yeah. LA Center 401 Tango Sierra 220. I hope I got that right. Oh, he's really quiet. I have to turn him up just a little bit. Hopefully he won't flow out during the next transmission. You also got a new person. So yeah, so there's these really beefy 10-inch like off-road style wheels, and then they're actually foam filled instead of air, so they're puncture proof, which is good. I was gonna get some like cheap air-filled ones, but because these were, he bought them new and then never used them on a project, so I ended up getting them for, the foam filled stuff is not cheap, even like the cheaper version, so I ended up getting them for like 80 bucks for a whole set, which is like a quarter of what I'd pay for them new. So those will come in, I think, Monday, and I think by the time those come in, I'll have the parts for everything else. And so it probably sounds really stupid, but I'm really excited to have this cart up and running. And so it's collapsible too, so the top and the bottom come off so I can shove it in my little hatchback, and then it'll just turn into my personal little cart and I can put all my crap on whenever we get on set. So that'll be really fun. Looking forward to getting that done. I was working on something else. What else was I working on? Oh, and then I've just been doing a lot of web stuff. It's like a lot of like back-end apps. Well, not really apps. My version of apps for the company. So, like we have like a list of freelancers and stuff that we like to use. So I built a little custom app in Google that automatically takes in our database info and spits it out on a map. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm also working on our client hub, which I know Nick, you and I were talking about. And that's pretty exciting too. And then I think I have some parts for some other project coming in over the weekend. We did like an Amazon order and I already forgot what it was. because I ordered bumpers for the cart. Oh, and yeah, I gotta get maybe in the studio tomorrow. See if I can get in the studio, do a little bit of cleanup, and do like a little fake interview setup that I can take some photos of, because I gotta write up that blog. I think I'm gonna publish that tomorrow afternoon. Exactly. Oh, and then the other things I have to do is just like pay a lot of money to different people. So I broke my phone yesterday, which is great. So Nick, I think the key to doing stuff is that I sleep all day and then I'm just up all night. And I feel like I don't know, at night I'm extremely productive. And so like I'll do stuff like early in the morning and like conk out, and then just do stuff late at night, conk out. But that's my solution right now. I don't sleep all day. I don't know. My sleep cycle has been really weird because right now I'm on vacation, or well, I guess on holiday, and I'm really not used to that, and I hate not like working. So my sleep schedule has been all weird. I've been like staying up until like 7 or 8 in the morning, conking out until like noonish, getting up for like a few hours and doing stuff, conking out again, and then just working all through the evening. And it's like, I don't know, if I actually had like regular work time obligations right now, that would be like really, really terrible. But because there's not anything going on, because we're shut down, it really, really doesn't matter. So it's actually working out just fine, just kind of rolling with it. But come next Monday, I'm sure that's going to haunt me, and I'm going to have to readjust to like a relatively normal schedule, or my version of it, and that'll suck. But until then, I'm having a great time. What airport's that? Yuma Marine Corps Air Station / Yuma International. It's cool. Yeah, I feel like in college, like everyone has like at least one of those friends that like claims that they've like hacked their brain to only sleep like 1 or 2 hours a night, but like in reality they're just doing a lot of Adderall or something like crazy. Definitely had a friend like that who I was envious of his productivity, but then I remember he crashed pretty hard because he was doing a bunch of Adderall, and so like very much not jealous of him in the long term. But yeah, my sleep schedule is always really funky. But the melatonin capsules are really helpful whenever I need to get a little bit of regularity into my system. I just do that. Man, yeah, and I have a lot of, like when I actually think about it, I've got a ton of work on my plate right now. So there's probably some stuff that I should be doing that's less fun project based. So we'll have to think about that. Woof. Alright, I'm getting excited. I think Rush might be getting close to powering up this engine. I don't know, I got too many screens going on at once. But let me look at my Trello board. What else have I been doing? I've been building automations for stuff for work. So yeah, so like I built that little map application, doing stuff for video strategy. Oh, sort of big announcement for the video strategy site. We now have comments enabled. I did that at some point this week that I don't remember. I got that up and running. We're using Disqus, and that seems to be working pretty well. I actually haven't been. You should check in and see if anyone has left a comment. I'm pretty sure they haven't, because we haven't really put out. We put out Tuesday's content, and then because it's the holiday, I decided that we weren't going to put anything out on Thursday, which is mostly just because I didn't want to make it. So my laziness might end up being a really bad idea. But let's see here. Yeah, no, they definitely work. I don't think anyone's using them, which is honestly okay. And then my other mission is Oh, I was talking about ways that I was going to pay people a lot of money. So I gotta pay money to get my phone. Well, I gotta do like not a warranty, like an insurance claim. So that's like $200, which sucks. And then I just found out I got a $300 parking ticket from a production, and I don't think production's going to pay for it. So I got to cough that up. I was going to do that today. So hopefully I can pay online tomorrow, so I got to do that. I was going to get some Christmas shopping done, because the Black Friday and Cyber Monday stuff. So that's going to happen maybe this weekend. And then I'm going to pay Brennan Dunn $100 to get all of his one-click install drip workflows.
9019 Tango Alpha, refile your flight. I don't have them on file.
It is super loud now, so we're going to take that back down. But I'm really excited about that.
55, I have to send via the Hollywood 1 arrival.
Because I want to add some of Brendan's marketing automation stuff for video strategy, because I'm going to use drip to manage that, I think. Well, I'm pretty confident I'm going to use drip to do that, so I'm going to do some of his like ghost newsletter-y, automation-y kind of stuff for that. And I'm going to see if I can improve some of the automation that I built for the sales team and make some additional tools for them, because email automation is really freaking cool and it works really, really well. The more stuff that I can get automated for me and other people, the more time I can spend doing stuff that I actually want to do. Because the problem with knowing how to do a bunch of different stuff and also being relatively ambitious and also being sort of in charge of, not in charge of, but partially in charge of growing the company and having some shared responsibility there, is I try to translate all the different weird things that I know into actionable, useful things for the company. And so that means that I end up overbooking my time way too much. So, automation is awesome. Also, we're a little over halfway there. We've got about 25 minutes to go. So, let's see what's going on in San Diego. Alright, so San Diego weather. Winds 100 at 6 knots, visibility 10, clouds, sky clear, temperature 23, dew point 4. Man, I could really do mid-70s and sunny. I already missed Florida. That was a fun little adventure last week. Alright, so temperature 23, dew point 4, altimeter 2988. Yeah, that weather's great. So we're going to be going direct Mission Bay into San Diego. But what'll probably happen is before Mission Bay, we'll probably get a vector in so that we can land on land 27. Or wait, no. If the winds are out of... Yeah, so the winds are out of the east. Interesting. So we might be doing east stops. So we might actually fly to Mission Bay and then come around the coast. Oh man, Nick, you're going to be so disappointed. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the parking garage approach. There will be parking lots under us, but not the famous parking garage. What a bummer. We'll see if the winds change. Or I can just request 27. Set them on a 6-knot tailwind. On this plane, we can stop in like 10 feet. We don't need no stinking runway. I also figure out where the FBO is. I think it's the northeast side off of like Hotel. Let me pull up the diagram and see what's going on here. Yeah, so we got the terminal on the southwest side, and then signatures all the way in the northeast off of Juliet. So yeah, we'll see what the weather's doing when we get in a little closer, and we'll either come in runway 9, or we'll come in 27, and we'll either land long on 9 or land really, really short on 27, and call it a day, call it a night. I'll start getting to work. Woof. Alright, let's see, anyone else in the area? No, looks like most of the people are hanging out in SoCal, which I don't blame them. SoCal is a cool place to be. I gotta spend more time out there. I've been spending so much time in the western part of the US and then lately just in the northeast. But I gotta take advantage of that PilotEdge stuff. Let's see, checking in on the old internet, seeing what's going on. Got a lot of email. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's triage all this junk really quick, and let's hop back in and prep for our approach. So we're at 22,000 feet. We are not on our arrival, so we're not going to have a schedule of altitudes to attend to, but we can do some basic planning. So we know that San Diego is at, what, about 15 feet above the sea level? So we need to lose about 21,000 feet, and we're going to do that at 1,500 feet per minute.
Las Vegas clearance request.
Which means so yeah, about 15 minutes out. That'll sort of be our target. Is as we approach 15 minutes out, we will request a descent.
Departure miles in transition then as filed. Line be acidic set maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 124.3. Squawk 424.
Just trying to look outside at these wonderful clouds. Oh, for those of you who haven't seen it, we're just gonna jump outside and get a little loud.
Mexico 482, good Las Vegas Airport, working 2 departure.
Oh man, we're not even in.
Line be acidic set maintain 5,000.
We're not even in my custom livery. Oh, what a bummer. Can I change that without killing anything right now? I think I can, right? Where are we? We're still there. So just customize that. Oh no, my custom livery is gone. Bummer. Okay, well something happened there at some point. I have a wonderful little razzle-dazzle camo red and black, just real garish and annoying paint scheme that I love very much. But apparently it's gone. I just updated the airplane, so I'll have to dig that up from one of the other machines. Throw that on there. Alright, so let's see, we are 19 minutes out, so we are going to get ready to request our descent, because we are going to speed up a little bit. So what we'll do here is, because we're still what? We're still like, no, we're within 100 miles, we're about 90 miles out. So we'll do that at the Guire intersection, which is just a couple minutes after the Imperial VOR. So that's Imperial, and then that's Guire right there. So at Guire, we'll go ahead and request lower. But I mean, 22,000 feet is not super high, so we're not in a rush to get down by any stretch of the imagination. This can get down really fast. The only problem is that it can't get slow very fast. There aren't any speed brakes on this guy. So your strategy is to get slow enough that you can either drop the gear or get in the white arc, drop flaps, and then ride those all the way down. But coming from like en route like this, it's really tricky to get slow. Because if you're at like 1,800 to 2,200 feet per minute, which is pretty heavy duty, but if you're in that range, which it's not out of the question that you would be if you're coming down a little quickly, it can be really, really difficult to slow down, / impossible. And we are going fast. We're doing 310 over the ground with the 39 knot crosswind, or headwind rather. So we are booking it. We are booking it. Let me check one thing over here.
Southwest 55, 75, contact SoCal approach 132.37. Southwest 55, 75, SoCal approach, roger, at Seaview, clear ILS, runway 24 right approach.
Working on a little bit of tweet composition here. Get a quick screenshot going. You know, for not having ortho, that doesn't look terrible. It's not great, but that's fine. You're captured over there. I can't stress enough how much I love having a good office chair with good casters.
November 919
It does need
off
more
to the
depth of
Camarillo
field.
Airport, Canoga 2
I don't know if that's a restriction of the engine that it's built in right now, but I'm kind of surprised that there's not like a plugin or something that'll do that. Maybe there is one, so if anyone knows that, wants to chime in. I would love to have all sorts of little camera effects with I would definitely pay like good money for like a really solid sort of screenshot app. I've done a lot of fakery throughout the years. Most of it pretty bad.
Number 401 Tango Sierra, descend at 5 discretion.
Here we go.
13000.
1001 3000 for 401 Tango Sierra. Sounded like he was maybe going to say something else.
1 Tango Sierra, Hill County altimeter 2984.
84, thanks, 1 Tango Sierra. And down we go. Try not to overspeed, because nobody likes it when you overspeed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Press a bunch of buttons. What happened? Okay. I should clarify, I pressed a bunch of buttons on my secondary machine. Back in here, clear that out. Man, after like the 2016 update, I feel like Photoshop got almost unacceptably slow on my machine. And I really haven't figured out why that is. Doing a little bit of Photoshop action in the background here, no big deal. As one does. Tell me what you want to do for work. I want to hear it. I want to know. Cool, that feels pretty good. Just dump a little vignette on that. Add a little bit of film grain, just for max realism. Save view. Jump on up to the tweeter. Speaking of things I'd love to automate, I would love to automate this. I've done it like halfway. Cool, there we go. Alright, let me jump back in chat here. Interactive featurettes. Yeah, that would be really cool. I don't know, like obviously you're in the education business to a certain extent, right? Because you're delivering news to your audience. But that would be really cool to see you doing like actual, I don't know if tutorial content's the right word, but yeah, just optimizing for usefulness. It's one of my favorite phrases. How can we optimize this for maximum usefulness? Because so many people don't do that. But yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, it seems like there are a lot of sort of potential, like, kind of smaller ideas like that you put them together and all of a sudden you're offering like a really super valuable service that other people might not be. And that's pretty cool. Let's see, we're going down to 13,000. We're doing it 1,500 feet per minute. Yeah, it seems about right. Man, we're so close. We're almost within gliding distance of the airport. One of the really cool things about the Epic is it's got like a ridiculous glide ratio. It's got a 17-to-1 glide ratio at a 130 knot best glide speed. It's kind of insane. Yeah, that's really tricky, right? Because you're balancing, like, the timeliness of information is really important, but sometimes timeliness isn't, like, the most important thing, right? Yes, that's exactly what a 17-to-1 glide ratio means, which is pretty incredible. I like dinky little Bonanzas, like maybe like 11 or 12-to-1, I think. I actually should look that up. I gotta build in performance profiles for it for flight. But yeah, the Epic is pretty wonderful. There's a fun little weird kind of bug. You've got like the atmospheric effect there, and then mountaintop peeking over. That looks very funky. Always something fun to look at on X-Plane. But we've got traffic. Who's that guy? He's at 11,000 feet. If he's at 11,000 feet, he's probably not a drone. Well, we're at a pretty high altitude. It might be a drone. I bet that's a military aircraft. Although we're not, we're not that far from MOA. Let me look at the PilotEdge map really quick, and I can tell for sure. Well, obviously it's a UFO. That is the obvious answer. But let's see what PilotEdge wants us to think it is. Oh yeah, it's totally a drone. Let me actually show drones on the map here.
Southwest 5575, contact approach 128.5.
That's not me. Where am I? There I am. Okay, I can tell you exactly what airplane that was. That is a Piper.
House 5575 off the
is that right?
SoCal approach, roger, advise when you get the field in sight.
It's a P-32. Yeah, it's a Piper Saratoga. Single engine piston, very similar to my Bonanza. Just up at cruise, hanging out. No, you are correct though. That is literally a UFO for sure. Oh, we're so close to being within gliding distance of the airport. We should just do that. We should just do an engine failure. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be the safest airport to go to. Where would we probably end up? There aren't a ton of options. Probably end up going to Gillespie Field. That's near like Lakeside.
Not ground state location on the field.
Yeah, it's probably where we'd actually end up. Alright, we're at 13,000. Let's go ahead and keep the speed up. Not like I'm in a huge hurry, but
125, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
No need to take it slow. Thanks to the couple of people that just joined in from Twitter. Welcome aboard.
01 Tango Sierra, contact SoCal approach 124.35.
2435 401 Tango Sierra. SoCal approach, Bonanza, or sorry, Epic 401 Tango Sierra 13,000. Forgot I'm in the
Number
Epic.
401 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach, Roger. My present heading, descend and maintain 6,000.
Present heading down to 6,000, and we have the current weather at San Diego 401 Tango Sierra.
1 Tango Sierra, expect visual approach, runway 27.
Expect the visual for 27 401 Tango Sierra. Excellent.
Mexico 482, LA ground, Roger, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo.
And actually, since we do have that weather, let's go ahead and put in the altimeter to... No. It's, I got that wrong. Wasn't it like 3 something? Nope, 2990. 2990. 2990. There we go.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000 401 Tango Sierra. And we should probably do that in a hurry if we're going into 27. So I'm going to cut the power a little bit, and we're going to make this just a real sporty descent. Right. Deck angle be damned. There's the airport over there. I believe. Is that right? No, I think the airport should be over here. That's actually Calypso Field, I think, that I was pointing to. Yeah, I think it's behind the clouds here. But yeah, so we're not going to make it all the way to Mission Bay. And we're just going to get ourselves vectored in for a visual approach on a 27. So once we get down here and we get visual, or we get the airport in sight, we will go ahead and let approach know, get cleared on the visual, pop right in, make it a really short landing, which will be fun because we've got, so San Diego's got like a huge displaced threshold because it's got the power lines and all that sloping terrain behind it.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 170, just gonna maintain, actually maintain 5,000.
Alright, left 170, and we'll keep on descending to 5,000 for 401 Tango Sierra. I actually never swapped into heading mode here. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Do you really want us 170?
Southwest 45, correction, Southwest 55, 75,
I guess
contact LA Tower,
that's about right.
133.9er.
Seems a little aggressive, but we're also kind of fast here. We're also breaking the speed limit, so we're going to try and get a little slower here.
1 Tango Sierra, fly heading 180 now.
180 for 401 Tango Sierra.
Southwest 55, 75, LA Tower, wind calm,
Really great
right,
if we can get the field in sight. Got this nasty cloud that's like right in the way because it's right over there.
Number 401 Tango Sierra, turn right heading 240. Advise when you get the field in sight.
Right, 240, and we'll let you know we got a big cloud in our way right now.
1 Tango Sierra, after you turn, the field's going to be 1 o'clock and 19 mile.
Alright, looking for the field for 1 Tango Sierra. Come on, once we get a little lower, once we get to 5,000, we should be able to see it pretty quick. This, this cloud's just right in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, I don't feel like it shouldn't be here. It's really annoying.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, just going to maintain 4,000.
4,000 for 1 Tango Sierra. Alright, good. If I remembered what a contact approach was, we could probably fly that.
Approaching altitude.
Okay, why am I getting a TCAS alert? Okay, I've got him. More traffic out here to my left, so he's going to be no factor.
1 Tango Sierra, turn right heading 250 to runway 27 localizer.
250 to join the localizer for 27401 Tango Sierra.
Reach you 5 by 5. 1755, Shot Whiskey Oxnard Tower, make a straight out departure, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Alright, 110.9. Really should have set that up in advance given the cloud. We'll see how this goes.
Clear of conflict.
Okay, turning to join the localizer.
November 19 Tango Alpha Van Nuys Tower, you already have your IFR clearance, you mean your departure clearance, correct?
Man, this sucks. There's like a big cloud in the middle of the way, and it
Tango
totally
Alpha,
shouldn't
runway
be
16 right, clear for takeoff.
This is like super annoying. We're on the localizer.
1 Tango Sierra, you're 6 miles from Rebo, cleared localizer runway 27 approach.
Cleared localizer 27 approach, 401 Tango Sierra, thanks. Okay, we'll just do the localizer, that's fine. I have that up right now. 6 from Rebo, that checks out. So we're going to be 2,000. Always have a backup plan in place, I guess, is the moral of this story. Even though this weather is far from accurate, it's what we're dealing with. And you gotta make do with that. It's like crazy unrealistic though, the fact that this cloud exists here. I have no idea what X-Fire is doing.
42, monitor tower, 120.95.
It's extremely frustrating. But we're on the localizer. And that's all that matters.
November 1 Tango Sierra, contact tower 118.3.
118.3, 401 Tango Sierra.
Mexico 482, LA Tower, wind calm, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, RNAV 2 Docker.
Clear for takeoff, 25 right, Air Mexico 482, RNAV 2
Approaching
Docker.
altitude.
San Diego Tower, 401 Tango Sierra, localizer 27.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Limerick Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
27 clear to land, 401 Tango Sierra. Alright, what are my minimums here? It's crazy that I'm going to hit minimums. Yeah, I mean there's 680, so we got a ways to go. This is still absolutely insane. Okay, there's the field. Jeez. Oh, I lost it again. My goodness. Okay. Really wasn't prepped
Alpha
for this.
5575, turn left Alpha, Alpha cross, runway 24 left. Track departure via Echo, remain this frequency.
Dump our flaps.
Alright, left Alpha, Alpha cross 24 left, ramp via Echo, Southwest 5575, we'll see ya.
This stupid cloud, there it goes. Okay. Big weather update there. The agony and ecstasy of X-Enviro. That's what that is. We're gonna disable autopilot here before we kill
Autopilot
ourselves.
disconnect.
Flight director can go
Approaching
off as well.
altitude.
Getting some really cool invisible buildings here, or slightly invisible buildings. We're also super low on the glide slope here. Okay, let's keep it around.
Check.
Whoa,
Check.
easy there, engine. Keep it around 110 knots. 110, I said, not 120.
1000.
Well, that was a really weird approach. That was very not fun. That's a really funny story. I can see why they would have to do that. Yeah, we're super low, everybody. We're just gonna do a tour. Just gonna do a tour of San Diego, tour of downtown. We're just gonna see what's up, see what's going on. Check out that cool little football field and track. But for real though, let's
400.
Let's not be quite so crazy here. Anyways, but it's times like these when I'm really fortunate that I have 4-flight. Because with 4-flight, pulled up the localizer approach really quickly to grab the frequency, dial that in. Slower than I should have. I should have had it prepped ahead of time.
Mexico 42, contact SoCal approach.
And
SoCal departure for Mexico 42.
Was able to halfway confidently fly the localizer approach, sort of knowing what I was doing.
200.
And I eventually got to where I was going without killing myself, which is always appreciated. Okay, so we're going to make this a real short landing. So we're going to back off on the power now. We're fully configured. Okay, those power lines are no factor.
100. 50. 40.
A little bit of back
30,
pressure in.
20. 10. Fuel tank switched.
Lovely.
Mexico 42, SoCal departure.
Didn't make the first turn off.
Maintain 15,000.
Yeah, that's okay. I blame that on the fact that I don't have my reversed or my beta mapped. But we made the second one, and that's okay. It's honestly pretty good. What are we on? Charlie 5? Limburg Tower, 401 Tango Sierra, clear on Charlie 5, going into the signature.
401 Tango Sierra, taxi departure via Charlie, maintenance frequency.
Charlie with you, 401 Tango Sierra, thanks for the help. Cool, alright, that's it guys. That is our flight. We'll just go ahead and park here, shut down, call it a night. Actually, no, I lied. We are definitely going to watch the landing. Because I always say that we're going to watch the landing and then I always forget. So we're going to do that for reals this time. We're not even going to bother parking.
Mexico 482, turn left heading.
Disconnected.
Done with you. Alright, let's see how we did. Because I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was pretty impressed. Make 4-flight go away here. It gets very confused when I go in reverse. Alright, so we're not gonna talk about this part, right? Because obviously too low here. I mean, I guess at this point we're technically on glide slope, but beforehand we were just hanging out way too low. Had our flaps down. There's the power lines. That was a little close for comfort. It always is, though. And then this is us aiming really, really close for the numbers here. Oh, did I get it on the numbers? Oh, that was so nice. That was pretty good. I feel really good about that. I'm gonna watch that from the tower view. It's always nice when you can sort of call your landing and know exactly what you want to do and then be able to execute. That's taken a long time to actually be able to do. It's very quiet all of a sudden. I mean, I still would have liked to actually have hit the numbers. That wasn't really what I was going for, but yeah. That's how you do keep the landing short. And there's our first turn off that we were trying to hit. I mean, that would have been really impressive, but came on down to Charlie 5 and that was just fine. Anyways, that is our stream for the night. Thank you to everyone who joined from Twitter, from 757 Spy, from Kat, from everyone else. Thank you, Nick. Gonna call it a night. Have a good one.